Today on Mod Summed Up, we are summarizing Psi by Vazkii. Psi is a programming logic mod that allows you to make a tool called a casting assistant device, or CAD, that performs custom tasks called spells. Psi works you through a level-by-level tutorial. The levels you earn in this tutorial can be carried across instances to new worlds and packs. You make spells to cast using a spell programmer. Each grid space can contain a number of different spell components. Each spell is stored in a spell bullet that goes inside your CAD. Casting spells requires a regenerating mana called Psi. More powerful and/or complicated spells will require more Psi to cast. As you progress through the tutorial, you will gain access to a larger pool of Psi to cast from, higher tier resources, and better CAD parts. For example, having a larger socket will let you store more spell bullets inside your CAD. Essentially, the core of this mod is programming your spells in this grid. So let's go over the components required for spell creation. Tricks will do something in the world. In order for a trick to work, it needs to know a few things. For example, holding shift over this add motion trick will let me know that I need to tell it three things: the target entity to add motion to, the direction to send it in, and what speed to send it in that direction. When selected, we can tell it which direction on our grid to look in to find each of these things. There are many other types of spell components, most of which output something, and some of which require inputs. In this example, we use the trick add motion to move the spellcaster, which is me, along the axis I am looking with a motion power of 3. All of these components may seem simple at a glance, but can get complicated quickly when you try to create neat spells. You can even use different types of spell bullets to do some pretty cool things. Some basic examples of potentially useful spells include the Force Push, which uses the trick add motion we saw earlier, the Magic Grenade, and the Instant Bridge. Now let's wrap up with the Pack Dev's Corner. For a programming mod, I have seen surprisingly few, if any, issues with performance related to Psi. This is because the built-in, mana-like Psi helps limit how powerful and complicated of spells you can actually create. Psi resource transmutation is not supported by CraftTweaker. You can configure several features, such as what mining level of blocks can be broken, the in-game overlay size, and whether or not you can actually transfer tutorial data across instances. Psi also only uses one hotkey. And lastly, if you don't want it Magitech themed, you can make it entirely magic themed using the mod Magical Psi, which is essentially a skin for the original mod. In conclusion, Psi is a great programming mod that, if you really dig into, can provide some quality of life features that can leave you with a real sense of accomplishment for creating them. And that's all I have for Psi. Thank you for watching Mod Summed Up, the show where we sum up mods.